Good evening, everyone present here. I welcome you all to the 481st meeting of the Central Delhi Toastmasters Club. Like every week, I'm again here to remind you all about the mission of our club, which is to provide a very supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, I would like to call upon very charming and hardworking president of our club, Toastmaster Pradyum.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are we doing today? Great. Are we ready to revisit some of our childhood favorite memories? Yes. Before we proceed further, let's take 30 seconds of silence for word game. Thank you, everyone. While going through the agenda for today, while going through the theme of the day, I was revisiting my own childhood memories. And while visiting them, I realized that throughout my school life, I had always been the most shy, the most underconfident kid in my entire friend group. I could not take part in any school activities. I could not even go ahead and raise my voice even if it was needed. I was the most underconfident kid that's ever born. And then I realized that, wait a minute, today you have a speech. Today you have your presidential address. Today you will be commanding. Today you will be addressing 20 people. And at that moment I realized that I've come a long way. I've come a long way from being the most underconfident kid, being someone who can be at the stage, who can take a breath and address. And at this moment, I realized that what CDTM was. It was not just some club for me, it was not just some community, neither was it some family. It was that life-changing organization. It was that life-changing organization that finally made me realize that public speaking does not have to be difficult. That getting on stage, addressing people is not as tough, it is not as scary as you feel to be. And that is what this club is for. It is not just a club, it is not just a family, it is an experience. It provides me value. It has some of the most cherished memories of my life. Anywhere I go in life, anywhere, I will always remember CDTM for what it has made me. For the confident person that I am today, it is not any coaching class, it is Central Delhi Toastmasters. And I would ask every one of you right now that in front of you, there is a sheet of paper. In front of me, there is a sheet of paper. I want each and every one of you to take a minute or two and write down your favorite, your cherished, your special CDTM memory right now. For the virtual audience, you can use the chat box.
Guess what they
Yes.
They should write what their impression about the meeting.
What do you expect from Here, what do you expect? Write down your expectations. I believe everyone has written somewhat of a memory or somewhat of an expectation that they have from this club or some cherished memory that they share from Central Delhi Toastmasters. Wow. We are eager to read it. With that being said, without any further ado, I would now like to call upon the guests on the stage. I would like to call upon guests. I would like them to tell us who they are, what do they do, and how did they come to know about Toastmasters. Let us start with guest Halina.
Hello everyone, I'm Alina Thomas and I'm a career college student and I'm here to make my public today. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry? We have guest Neha as a with us on the stage.
Hi everyone, I'm Neha Yadav and I'm currently working as aerospace engineer in United Airlines and I really want to learn a lot. First, it's the timing. You people are punctual a lot at speaking meeting timing. So I want to learn that and along with that, I want to enhance my public speaking skills. I met Prateek Mani, if I'm not wrong. Deepak Mani. So I met him and in the recent meetup. So from that point of time, I really wanted to develop those skills that he possessed. So I met him and he invited me over the club having physical meetings. So that's why it developed my curiosity to learn and meet with them.
Thank you. We have guest Akshay with us on the stage. Guest Akshay, please come up on stage. Tell us who you are, what do you do?
Hello everybody, I am Akshay. I am working in an asset management company in the Malaysia. I am working as a relationship manager and I am here to improve my communication skills, also public skills, and I am also here for some networking. So that's about it.
Next up, we have guest Samuel with us on the stage.
Good evening, guys. My name is Samuel John. I'm here with my good friend Akshay, and he actually wanted to come up here and meet everyone. And I'm just here to accompany him. But yes, I also came up. I'm not coming with any kind of expectations, so I have an open mind, and I'm very looking forward to this meetup which we have right now. Thanks.
Next up, we have guest Tusak. Can you help me out with this? Yes, Miss Kaustubh.
Hello everyone, I am Kaustubh Saxena. I come from Rajouri Garden, and as far as my education is concerned, I have done my bachelor's in statistics from Delhi University and master's in statistics from IIT University. Right now, I'm working as a statistical researcher in Taylor and Francis, which is quite near in my MCA. And I'm here to improve my public speaking skills, impromptu skills, And in my leisure time, I like watching movies, sports. I know basic Japanese language. So yeah, looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. I would now ask the next master if you have any guests on the virtual stage. Guest Milan. Guest Milan, would you please come up on the virtual stage? Tell us who you are, what do you do, and how did you come about Toastmasters?
Hi, my name is Mrinal, and I have been doing improv theater since a while, and I wanted to find other opportunities where I can find ways of improvising and learning how to speak on the spot. So yeah, that is how I found Toastmasters, and I thought, why not try my hands with it? So here I am. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Milan. Do we have any other guests on the virtual stage?
No.
With that being said, before I hand on stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, I would now like to make a few announcements. Today we are going to have the month-end awards for the month of August. So please stay tuned for that. I would also request all the members and all the guests to stay till the end for the guest briefing, and we have something special planned for all of you. With that being said, let us welcome on the stage Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arvind.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests. Today, I will be playing the role of the Toastmaster of the day. That means you're supposed to bear me for at least next 1 hour. And in return, I will take you back to your school journey, nostalgia. It was summer. Our school used to participate in the local North area folk dance and singing competition. So we came up with a theme of Radha Krishna chemistry, and I was the Gwala there, and I was very happy that I was selected as the Gwala, and I have to dance at the back. But suddenly Radha got sick, and I was promoted from Gwala to Radha. I didn't know why they do that, but the way in the last meeting I got convinced, that time I also got convinced, and I became Gwala. I went to the school. It was in Rohini, and I was sitting in my school bus because I was in the entire get-up of Radha, and everybody went out for lunch, and I was having my lunch in the bus. Suddenly I see the government school guy, typical government school guy, start roaming around the bus, and they start teasing me. I told them, I was angry. I told them, dude, I'm also a dude. And to my surprise, they didn't believe me. They started laughing. I was like, what does that mean? I said, I shouted, I screamed at the top of my voice. They again started laughing. Finally, what I did, I took off my wig and threw it down and said, I am a guy. Finally, they believed. I'm glad they believe. I don't know what next I could do, but yes, they believe. So these are the memories that made me at that point of time very angry. But now I chuckle them and I think of it. I'm sure you all come across such memories. And I thank each one of you when I texted you that please tell me your memories in 1 or 2 sentences. I knew it is difficult, but being a Toastmaster, we all should know the economy of words. So that was also a task, and I thank each one of you answered me, and I'm really thankful to you for that. So let's get back to the moment when the most annoying thing was the morning alarm. The most difficult task to find a thought. The most dreadful journey away to classroom. The most annoying thing. First period and surprise test. And the most wonderful news, teacher is absent. That's all. But before I go through with that moment, let me summarize you what is the meeting is going to today. Our meeting is segregated in 3 segments. The first would be the prepared speech segment. We have a prepared speaker who have been preparing their speeches from last 1 week. They're going to present their speech today here. And then we would have a table topic master segment today. In table topic master, there would be a table topic master who would come up on the stage and she will give you a topic to speak on which some of you have to speak for at least 1 or 2 minutes. It would be an impromptu speech segment, so anyone can participate in it. I would request guests, especially, to participate in this. And then the third segment would be the most important segment, evaluation segment. It is important for all of us to go back at home with a food for thought, that we can think what next we need to do in our next meeting. So without making much ado, let me call upon auxiliary role player first, because auxiliary role player are the backbone of Toastmaster meeting. But we're going to do it in a different way, like we used to do it in our school. I would urge everyone who's coming here on the stage not to say good evening in a normal way. We have to say good evening the way we used to do in our school, first and second. Let's try. I'll start, then you start with me. Good evening, Toastmasters. That's how we are supposed to start our speech today. Right. So first, I'm going to call up stage the timer. We all know the importance of time. So I'll tell you about our timer. Our timer is a graduate from Dayal Singh College, Delhi University. He's got few intelligent hobbies like playing chess and reading fiction. And his most memorable school moment was parent-teacher meeting. Parent-teacher meeting, when everyone is complaining about how much talkative Raghav is. I understand, Raghav. That used to happen with me as well. So everyone, please welcome Raghav on stage.
As you said, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. So today's thing is the one which we all can relate to, right? So now Australia, coming Australia, right? So the most annoying thing everyone has faced is that alarm. Like I was one of them that who couldn't wake up on time. I still remember my mom coming to my room and trying to wake me up, and I'm in a mood like, but 5 minutes. Only I am 5 minutes. So that's the thing. So on the daily basis, I used to wake up late only. So what my mom did was, in my room, she adjusted the time of my room's clock to 10 minutes further in order to make me rush to do my task as fast as I could, and I may not get late to school. And that really worked like a charm for me. So coming back to my role, so I'm here to take care about the speakers who are going to come on this platform to communicate the message they have to give in an allotted time period. And you see, it's really an important thing to keep in mind, because we need to deliver our message in an effective way and also not in a lengthy way, right? So I've got these 3 colors. So green color stands for the qualifying time, yellow color stands for the target time, and red stands for the finishing time. So for the speech, if there's speech segment, if it's an icebreaker, after 4 minutes, I will show the green card. After 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and after 6 minutes, I'll show the red card. If it's not an icebreaker, then after 5 minutes, I will show the green card. After 6 minutes, yellow card, and after 7 minutes, red card. For the table topic segment, after 1 minute, I will show the green card. After 1.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and after 2 minutes, red card. And for the speech evaluators, I will show the green card for after 2 minutes. After 2.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and red card after 3 minutes.
And also, there's also going to be a grace period of 30 seconds for the upper side and the lower side. And this is valid for the prepared speeches and the speech evaluation. And for the table topic segment, the 30 seconds buffer time would be for the upper side. And that's it from my side. I will be back with my fourth evaluation segment. Back to Timor.
Thank you very much, Raghav. All moms are same. Even my mom used to do the same trick with me. She used to turn the clock 15 minutes earlier. Right. I would request all of you to, whatever you write on the chip, to put that on this. And also, you have toffees as well with you. You can eat them. This is not to return it. Okay. Now, I would like to call the language evaluator. This guy really has an impressive resume. He's working as the deputy director at the Confederation of Kenyan Industry, and we all aware of his knowledge about Japan and his love for sushi. And his favorite moment of his school time, it was when Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na, Shah Rukh Khan's movie. It was, by the way, one of my favorite movies as well. Released, and he bunked his hostel and he went to watch that movie. And when he came back after watching that movie, his principal was outside the house. Rest is the story. Please welcome Rajiv as a evaluator, language evaluator.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I see settled when I remember the memories of those school days. So, apart from what you said, I also was fortunate to be a batchmate, not really a batchmate, but maybe schoolmate of Karina Kapoor. So we in the hostel, especially the school, used to organize women's volleyball. So it was the year of October, and we organized things that we will turn up. So all these students, they were mostly the boarding school guys, we were all excited to see her. She was not famous, but we knew because of the Kapoor family. So one day we all, like in the morning, we all dressed up and everyone, we were outside the auditorium, and the guest was our headmaster said, no, she's not coming because she's sick. And that was the most disappointed thing. But, coming back to my role, I'll be playing the role of the grammarian today, and I'll be paying attention to each and every speaker and listen to you carefully. I'll be noting down the good uses of the word that you will be during your speech using it, including your outstanding words, quotes, saying, and thoughts that you will be presenting during your speech. And I'll be noting each and every one of the words that you will say, and I'll present my report at the end of the day. As a grammarian, language evaluator, the role is to introduce the word of the day, that is chuckle. So I am sure everyone here must have, for some or the other reason, either you get a phone message on your phone, either from your loved ones, parents, girlfriend, boyfriend, or even a memory. You must, either in office or in school, you must have at one point of time chuckle. So that is the meaning of this chuckle, which is to laugh inwardly or quietly. I already told the example how when you get your loved one messages, that's what it is. And the idiom of the day is burn bridges. That means that you do not want to destroy your relationship wherever you are. So for better example, I'll give you the understanding that if you're leaving an organization, you do not want to leave on a very bad note. You want to leave on a positive note, no matter what you have done or what your managers have done. So this is the example of which burn bridges. So I'll be presenting my report at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rajiv. Okay, now we have a time to call upon stage our counselor, Hriday. Hriday is an aspiring data analyst from IP University, and he said his most memorable school-time moment was pen fun. Pen was a luxurious item in my time, so I didn't have the privilege of doing it. So also, Hriday is the youngest CDTM, right? Right after me, because we had a discussion. He's 2 months older than me. So please welcome our counter, Hriday Bhaiya, on stage.
Apart from pen fight, my most memorable part of the school was when the long-lasting holidays are over, and the teachers wanted the assignment. And the part was that I didn't do it. Have you been here? Please raise your hand. Most of you have been here. So what I tried was make a silly excuse. Like I lost my notebook or I lost my homework. And that's how I told my mistakes while singing it. Similarly, in this, when you are giving speech, you may have awkward pauses with R's and M's. I would like you to overshadow them with your mind and would pass them. Thank you.
Thank you, Hira Bhaiya, for that succinct introduction. Now we have time to call upon stage our listener. Anmol. Anmol is going to be our listener today. Whenever Anmol and I keyboard the metro, and he's always few steps ahead of me, he never listens to me. But today, we make sure he's going to be a good listener. And Anmol is my type of a guy. His favorite school time memory is bunking the class. And you know, I can't explain you how much pleasure my bunking the class is getting. In fact, before being a Toastmaster, I was bunk master in my school. And even the 11th standard people, when I was in 9th standard, they used to come to me and ask me how to bunk the class. So now it's time to call upon stage our lecturer, Anmol.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, or I was the bunk master of the day. Well, we all have one teacher in our school that always used to come in a class and used to go, kids, today we're going to have a surprise test. And all our faces would turn white with fear and we would run away. And well, for me, naturally, I would fail flawlessly. Well, because I never listened. But this time the tables are turned. Now I'm the teacher. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm your teacher, aka your listener of the day, Anmol. And I'll be seeing if you really have kept your ears open to a bunch of questions that I will throw at you in the evaluation segment. Well, so I urge you all to be a great listener today and please don't be a fool. And thank you all. That's all from my side. Back to the Toastmaster or the bunk master.
Now it's time to call parliamentarians. We're not going to do so much of joke around. Our parliamentarian was in Johnson & Johnson, and his memory of a school time is really beautiful, and I think it is going to be close to everybody's heart. Farid's father had a transferable job, and he was in 7th standard. He was moving from one location to another location. His teacher gave him a farewell and requested his dad to stay in the school. I think we all wish we could be like him. Like, I don't even have a Medhavi friend now. So I wish, but yeah. In fact, my teachers were so eager to send me back to their home that I'm really glad to be Farid today. So you become my inspiration. Please welcome Farid as a parliamentarian.
Good evening. Good evening, fellow pastors and dear guests. Good evening. So, I think that today's theme is very beautiful, I would say, because just the whole thought just came on mind. I was just chuckling on when I was sitting because I was just recalling all the funny moments which happened in the friends and teachers bunking the class. Only one time I had just only won the class when
I was very fond of movies, so I went to the Pushpa that time. Because I was very shy and in the classroom and very like everybody says it's padhaku type, like the bookworm is like this. So that's why my teachers love me and they are very sad when I was leaving the school that time. So that's the truth. And I think that school is very I learned lots of, everybody learned lots of things because the kind of discipline to the homework, classwork, going to the school. But without these things are very creating a foundation on our life. And without discipline and protocol, we could not get success in our life, in professional life as well. So coming on my role, I am playing my parliamentarian role today. So that's role to make the members aware about the protocols and rules today's meeting, and everybody needs to follow some rules. So just I want to brief about the rules. Those who are attending the online, so please keep the audio muted on the meeting and turn on the video during the meeting. And also, just I would like to share about the rules. One of the important, please keep the phone silent during the meeting the whole time. And members should enter and exit in the meeting during on the when we applause. So these are the some rules which I would like to share. And after the end of the meeting, I would just update the feedback about. Thank you so much. Back to the Toastmaster.
Right. Toastmaster. Okay. Ritvik, our joke master, is enjoying a rain, and maybe he's in a mood of a rain, so let him enjoy it. He's going to come and give us a joke right after at the journal evaluation. He's settling down. Okay, so shall we start with the segment? Right, it's time to start our first segment, which is prepared speech segment, where we have the speakers who've been preparing their speeches from last 1 week, and some of them preparing from last 2 days, right? Looking at me like it, so I thought. All right, so first, our first speaker is going to be Toastmasters Kanav Bhuria. When I asked Kanav, Kanav is actually a lawyer by profession, and when I asked him about his favorite childhood memory, he said a girl gave him a love note, and he ran away from the moment. You know, Kanav broke my heart. This is Gunahe Azim. I mean, our biggest crime. But before I call Kanav on stage with a speech titled Worry, I would like to call upon stage his evaluator, Navya. Navya, please welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening, Navya.
Talking about my role, I am the speech evaluator for Toastmaster Kanav, and today he'll be delivering his level 1 project speech under the pathway strategic relationship. And the purpose of his speech is to learn and review the basic method for writing a speech and write a speech on any topic. And this is his purpose, and I wish him all the very best. That's it. Back to the end.
So that's brilliant introduction and that beautiful smile. Now it's time to call upon stage my favorite, Kanav Bhuria, going to speak on the topic worry. Kanav Bhuria, speech title Worry. Stage is all yours.
So some things are better to be read, right? So I'm going to today read my whole script. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a vakeel, lawyer ka aakhri kees. I'm a lawyer and the last iron pin. Take the advice or throw it in dustbin. So back in my school days, I was assaulted my fellow classmate
as he could not handle a joke. I didn't remember what I said, but I don't really like from then on to say a joke and joking around. As it reminds me of that day. I was scared a lot of time as he was always around. Though the scaredness was fake, but now things have changed. He's now a friend who has taught me so much. Like life is short to hate someone and even shorter to be sad. So I carry a smile always with myself. Since you know my secret, now I must tell you. Smiley. जिंदगी ने मेरे साथ बहुत कॉमेडी की है तो मैंने भी बहुत ज्यादा की है. I'm a loser. In 7 months, I never won anything in CDTM, which is not useless. It's not important much to me. In class 6, I was in the choir group. In class 7, the teacher said, you don't have a voice, you can't sing. I left singing. Around class 10, I was in the cricket coaching. The coach said, do not play. He did not let me play with kids of my own age. So I left playing cricket. Then in February 2020, I tried to be a football coach. I failed. So this time I said I won't quit. I tried again and failed again. The dream is paused as I have to learn a lot, and I will go back for the 3rd time. On 12th December 2021, I got rejected by JAG, Judge Advocate General, an army post. So first thing I came back is find this club. I'm a bit of laggard, so I joined on 1st March. In the meantime, I was taking therapy. Here there was a stupid guy who did not give me any speech. And I don't know why I was the only one to prove that I can speak. So I had an after classes kind of thing. Felt like leaving, but I didn't want to leave. Then luck favored me. I gave my team what to speak in some other club. And on July 12th, I gave icebreaker in this speech, in this club. Today, I was about to leave. But while writing this, I thought I'm not going to quit. So I'm not. Biggest thing I was loser was in relationships, friendships. I don't talk because I don't really feel to talk. Most of the time, I even feel talk to people. I don't maybe trust you. Maybe I'm scared to you will hurt me. But I always say that believe in stoicism, which is the only person that can make you feel bad is yourself. So I should not do that. अब जब इतना सुन लिया है तो अच्छी चीजें भी सुन लो. I'm more educated than most of you. I'm more fitter than most of you. I'm more funnier than most of you. And I'm more stupid than most of you. I think I'm intelligent, but I have हरकतें गधे वाली. Twice I have exited from gate number 3 and enjoyed my all the way from Bangladesh. Last Tuesday, I got my first client.
Wow.
I believe I'm going to be a terrific lawyer. Because बात का पतंगड़ बनाना आता है. Somehow feel I'll be a better therapist. So I'm doing my psychology side by. So because I know how to be happy in tough situations, I probably can teach others as well. But I want a client and a fees of 6,600 here fees. Because I'm a star, but I don't have work. And I'm 24 till when I'll take money from father. There should be a hook in my speech, I guess. Anyone want to ask me anything? I believe I will be very good with football also. Because not because I play too good, I believe in nepotism. Maybe I won't be like what I say, maybe it won't be true, but I will be always doing this, taking my phone out and singing along. I think I know how figured out. I walk around my head in the clouds, but I'm just a boy who's hard flying how it is. And I wish I used to see the pain I've seen. All the things that have not me. You know, that always have been my head. Cause I don't know. The perfect road to go down.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's one of the best speeches that I've heard in CDTM because it straight away comes from your heart. And kind of, I would say, never say you haven't won anything in last 7 months because you have won all of our hearts. I think this is the most precious thing. Maybe it's tangible, but yes, it is something that I can't do it. Right. Moving on to our next. Oh, you want to say something?
Yes, I think that this is the best speaker ever.
Yes, one of the best speeches.
And this is our first speaker ever.
Then only
It's very impressive. Yes.
Right. I agree. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you. Moving on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is a teacher by profession. And when I asked her what is her beautiful school time memory, she said she's going to the ground and playing cricket and changing. Finally, we have someone who starts outdoor activities. So please welcome. Sorry, before I welcome her, I would like to welcome our evaluator. It's our president, right? Toastmaster Pooja. She available? Okay, Toastmaster stage. Okay, Toastmaster Pooja, she's available on virtual stage. When I asked her favorite childhood memory, I think she ignored me. Which she always does. The only thing she does, when I text in a group message, she finds my grammatical mistake and texts me back. So please welcome Pooja Kotecha as the evaluator for rugby cricket.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arvind, for that lovely introduction. It was not called for. Well, morning, Toastmasters. Today we have our lovely speaker. We all love to listen to her whenever she's on stage. And I again hope again she's going to be the best speaker. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Rashmi. I'll be evaluating her speech. Her speech title is Change with Changing Times. And the purpose of her project is for the member to practice writing a speech with an emphasis on adding languages to increase interest and impact. All the best, Toastmaster Rashmi. Over to you, Timod.
Everyone, please welcome Toastmaster Rashmi Sikri with her speech title Change with Changing Times. Rashmi Sikri, Change with Changing Times. Virtual stage is all yours.
The very enlightened audience, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a very warm evening to all of you. Dear friends, last Friday when I came home from my school, as usual, I typed a message to my younger daughter who is pursuing her engineering from IIT Roper. I said, "Hi, Bitu," and back came the reply, "Hi, Mom." And thus began our conversation. How are you? Great, Mom. Great in this hot, sultry, scorching, sweating afternoon. And that too without cooler or AC. Oh my God, my bacha. Mama, come on. Why don't you talk to your management, beta? Why don't they do something? At least something about the greenery and out? How arid, barren, treeless is your campus? Look at Didi's campus. Sprawling green, studded with blooming flowers, big and small shady trees all around. It's not only a treat for eyes, but also very calming and balming for our souls. It's really soothing to be there. Mama, are you trying to rub salt on my wounds? Oh no, 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 not at all. Okay, what did you have in lunch today? Oh, ma, the same boring, spicy, unpalatable, undelectable chanas, paired with hard, crunchy, unelastic bhaturas. Ma, I'm missing your delicious, yummy chanas. So, what are you waiting for? Come home on Sunday. Let's have lunch together. Done, Mom. Okay, bye for now. Bye. Yes, I have to go for hair color. Hair color. Wow. So, which color are you going to adorn? I'm sending the pic, Ma. And I got the pic. Oh, you are going to beautify your colors with peacock streaks. Oh my God. Bye, Mom. I'm getting late and I'll be sending you the pics soon. Yes, dear friends, after 1 hour, I started getting the pics. Oh, what's this? Beta, where are your rainbow streaks? With a sultry sullen face. Mama, the hairdresser refused. Oh, still in this burgundy shade, you are not looking like us oldie goldies, as you said. Rather, you are looking a petite, beautiful Barbie doll, as usual. You are still looking a teenager. Uh-huh. Oh, ma. Okay. Bye for now, and we'll meet on Sunday. Bye. Yes, dear friends, my daughter visited me on Sunday. We had a long, hearty talk. We chatted like monkeys. We shared spicy stories with each other. We chuckled a lot. And after that, we enjoyed the sumptuous meal. It was followed by a photo session for which we dressed up deliberately and readily. We had a long photo session. And after that, my daughter told me, Mama, you paste these snaps this time on Snapchat as well as on Facebook. Okay, beta. And now you would think, why am I sharing this long conversation with you all? Dear friends, I've often heard my friends, my colleagues, cribbing about the weird choices of their children. They always feel outdated, not needed, and they do not like the strange, queer choices of their children. One suggestion from my side: stop cribbing, stop nagging, and especially preaching. Well, try to immerse yourself in the colors of choices of your children. Try to adorn and beautify your life with the likes and dislikes of your children. Then surely, you are going to feel rejuvenated and you'll find that you are building bridges and you'll feel on cloud nine. Yes, dear friends, before signing out, let me make one more appeal. Please, dear Toastmasters and guests, do like and comment on my snaps. Not for our looks, not for the colors we adorn, but for my spirit of changing with times, spirit of not burning the bridges, rather building the bridges. Okay? Thank you very much for being patient. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters, for presenting. I mean, it's a story of every house. Even my mom used to get angry over me of my food choices. So yeah, the simple story but impactful message. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Right, now the time for our second segment. The time for our second segment is the table topic session, and I would encourage all the guests to participate in this segment. And today we have our table topic master, Sakshi Bhargav. Sakshi Bhargav, wait a minute, I've written the introduction because it's too long. She's an inspiring storyteller and she worked as an integration engineer with Ericsson, loves designing, filmmaking, and writing. And by the way, it's too much for somebody who lives in Ghaziabad. I know. And when I asked her about what's her favorite childhood memory, and she said she used to be a don in her school time and she used to beat the guy. And that is the reason why I feel safe while going back. Please welcome Toastmaster Sakshi as a table topic master today.
Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
We have a very touchy topic to talk about today: school life. And as the TMOD said, I was born in my primary class. That means I was extremely disciplined and was made monitors in each and every class. whoever was making something, whoever was doing something wrong or was mischievous, I was allowed to slap that person. That's why I've beaten a lot of boys. Getting back to the table topic and the theme, school life is full of emotion. The excitement of spending whole day with friends, playing with them, roaming in corridors, bunking classes, sitting on the last bench and chuckling with the friends. After all that, we were unaware of all the things that are going outside, in the outside world. We were not worrying about the things that are around us. And we were just being ourselves. Aren't we? Those were the times that are to be cherished for lifetime. And in this table topic segment, we are going to add an exciting element of fantasy, where there will be no bondage of imagination, and the element of thrill that will provoke you to become a child, the child who wanted the superpowers of a Marvel hero, a child who needed a Doraemon to do the math as well as early love life problems, solving them, and finally a child who is happy-go-lucky and is never bothered by anything, just like a cute little Shinjan. With this, let's start our table topic segment. In this segment, I would urge you to participate both on the physical stage as well as virtual stage. The timer will be taking track of the time. It will be from 1 to 2 minutes. Whosoever will be coming here, I'll be giving you a topic and you have to spontaneously talk about it from 1 to 2 minutes. In the end, if the topic that I give and the speech that you are going to perform over here is structured as well as is delivered very nicely, it will be accoladed by the audience. So buckle up, and I need the participation first on the physical. Anybody? Hello there. So your topic is, if everything is legal for 12 hours, what would you do? If everything is legal for 12 hours, what would you do? Yes, yes. Anything. You'll be having one to two. For preparation.
No. Yes.
Hi everyone. If anything would be legal for 12 hours, I'll say I'll go for adventurous activities, free of cost. Go to America, Disneyland, first thing. If the travel will be free for each and every Indian, and make that legal. And then second will be legal freedom of speech for second, because we are not allowed in this world to say few things, and I mean, in respectful way, we should be able to deliver whatever we want to say about the government, about poverty, or any other issue or any other improvement. And we should also be able to promote whatever we feel like. So I legalize students, slum students, to have free education for that 12 hours, because I've worked with slum kids and they are terrific, and I legalize everything that is in a respectful boundaries for lawyers, maybe for policemen, and I legalize every policeman to be on each corner of the city for 12 hours, like so that we know how many policemen can be placed in all such corners. So I'll find the number, exact number of the policeman, and I'll legalize whatever I like. If I want to explore street food, I'll legalize to open it till 9 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, till 1 o'clock in the morning. So I legalize food, I legalize everything that I love. Thank you. That is really exciting. You're going to legalize everything again. Anybody else who's interested? We can have Toastmaster Arun. So your topic is, if God grants you 3 wishes, what would they be and why?
If God grants me 3 wishes, what would it be? The first one would be, He gives me the power of persuasion, which if I pursue, the people would follow. Because I think, and give me the second thing I want is to think positive and creative things. So if I think whatever, it should be in a positive way and it will be taken by people in a positive way, and the world will be a happier place. And the third one is, the third wish, I could make everybody happy. And that's it. Thank you.
Is very kind and thinks of everybody. That is a really sweet speech. Now, anybody else? Do you have anybody person?
Yes, we have Toastmaster Pooja to speak.
Okay. Hi, Toastmaster Pooja.
Hi.
So, your topic is, if you had $1 million to spend, if you had $1 million to spend, Toastmaster Pooja.
Sorry, I'll just repeat if I heard it right. If I had $1 million to spend.
Right, right.
Wow, I'm super excited with the topic itself. So now, given on as on date, if I had $1 million to spend, I think the first thing I will do is start with my travel plans, because I have a list of places I want to visit. And I'll stop going to work. I'll make a year-long plan and start traveling, fulfill my dreams, go to all the places I want to visit. And yeah, what would I do after that? I think I'll easily finish $1 million by traveling itself. And then probably I'll come back after a year, after I would have spent all the money, and then again figure out a way to earn more. Thank you.
Okay, we can have your call. If you had superpower of a Marvel, any Marvel hero, would you like?
Well, my favorite is Spider-Man, so I would really like to have that. And because since my childhood, he's the first superhero that I have watched. And I've watched Spider-Man movies countless times. And it will be really exciting because also there's a lot of traffic in Delhi. So if I find it will be a lot easier for me to commute. And also I'll help police guys also if I can be of any use to them. And maybe I'll find some girls around me. And yeah, and hopefully I can use my powers for greater good. And what more I can say? I mean, being a superhero is not just all the fancy things, but with great powers come great responsibility as well. So yeah, I think that's all the things that I would like to say.
That was really a very creative speech, and I think you will be doing a lot if you were a Spider-Man. Okay, we have Toastmasters Bhavanan as well on the virtual stage. Yes. Toastmaster Bhavanan, the topic is the most embarrassing memory of childhood. The most embarrassing memory of childhood, Toastmaster Bhavanan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. If I go to past, the most embarrassing memory, there may be many things. When my upbringing started, then there are various dreams. Suppose you do a study, along with that, you think you should do many things. You should do many things, and that is right, but you don't do. For example, in childhood, I wanted to play cricket. I wanted to swim. So there was various dreams that I didn't do. So I think that is a embarrassing thing in life. And day by day, when we grow, so I will tell you after 10th, after 12, okay, when I became mature. So suppose I am in a big Audi, big theater. So there you have opportunity to perform on a stage, but you don't do. So that is also, I think, that is embarrassing thing. For example, few day ago, we have opportunity to attend all Toastmasters meet. So there many have participated, but I didn't do. So that is also embarrassing thing. We should do. I should do. Thank you. Thank you.
Well said, Toastmaster Bhavanan. It is absolutely correct. The embarrassing situations pave our way. And so, there's a last topic. I would like to invite guest Devanshu on the stage. Hi, Devanshu. Your topic is, you suddenly discover that you have some innate powers of experiencing outer world, like the spirit. How would you see? You have innate powers of experiencing outer world, spirit. How would you see?
So spirit like dead people.
And which is go.
Okay. So first of all, maybe I'll start with talking to both. And there used to be these shows that used to come on TV, I guess, when I was a child, and I used to see that a lot of people in the world, were either affected by or were scared by all the kind of roles. So maybe I can talk to them, and maybe for greater good, what I can do is I can open a I can open an organization or something, and I can help people
like there are a lot of people who want to fulfill their ancestors' dreams and kind of stuff, which they think. In a lot of cases, this also happens that the children of the parents are far apart, and at times they don't make it. So like maybe I can help them have that last conversation, and yeah, definitely do greater good. Thank you.
Work for really noble cause, but was good. With this, we end our table topic segment. I hope you had your horses of imagination running in your mind and were able to relive the moments of your childhood that we used to experience when we were child playing different sort of games. With this, I end this segment and I hand over the stage to TMOD.
Wow, that was really a great session. I enjoyed all the topics. So now we'll take a break for 5 minutes and then we'll come back and join for evaluation segment. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. So pertaining to our first speech segment, it's the time for the ballot. So I would request there is a chit in front of everybody, like this. Please steer it like this because we are running out of resources. And write down the name of the best speaker of today's speech segment. So we have Kala Bhuria, whose topic was worry. And then we have Toastmaster Rashmi, who spoke on change with changing time. And you have 10 seconds. Right now, just the best speaker. Great. I think we all are done with our vote. Now it's time for our stage. Our auxiliary role player, Ritvik Dash, is going to tickle our vote with his joke. So please welcome Ritvik Dash on the beautiful stage.
क्या पता नहीं यार किसकी शक्ल लेके आया था मैं basically I really do not know whose speech I see coming on this show. Today I got criticized a lot by one of the speakers, Mr. Khanna. So no wonder, not only my hair, my condition is also like a wet cat because of him. Now, what I personally believe today's role objective of mine has set is making an impromptu joke. Now, because I've seen our table topic speakers speaking on witches and ghosts, let me tell you, I used to think this soul-to-soul transfer, transmigration is all we needed. Until I found today, when I saw that the soul of my ex has gone to Kanav's body. No wonder the criticisms I've got is something that reminds you of someone, someone's skull, someone's beauty. But unfortunately, those things are redundant right now. Those things are like those, age-old fossilized stuff. But sometimes I also remember, given that I is a very wise person of giving knowledge, something both my ex, and my father had. Now, I remember the day when my ex and my father both were leaving me on the station on a different day. Both were giving me gyan zone. Someone was telling me, it should not be like this. You are not the rich I saw so many years ago. And my father told me this another thing. I remember him saying, you know what? Whenever you cannot take a criticism, make all the people laugh on the criticism. Something I've done today. But at the same time, he gave on a grave note, he told me, I was never able to make you educate in a good school. I always wanted to send you to good school or La Martinez or something like that. I wanted English to be really good. And then I came to my college in my desktop where I competed against the alumni of the same institutions and defeated them. But that's not the point I want to make it here. Later I realized both of these schools are only boys. So thank God for making my father poor and not going to send me to all those institutions. But because all of you are not laughing, let me say, it's not always in life that impromptu speeches will make you laugh. God Because laughing also depends on a lot of intelligence of the person who is receiving it. So I hope you understand what I just said.
That was hilarious. I got it with me. Some jokes are made for silent laugh. Now, moving on to our next ballot. It will be going for the best table topic speaker. So we have guest Neha, we have Toastmaster Arun, we have Toastmaster Pooja, we have guest Kaustav, we have Toastmaster Bhavan, guest Anshu. Guest Neha spoke over anything would be legal for 12 hours. I was waiting, she's going to say liquor would be legal. But she didn't say. No, actually, that's Hidra suggested to that. Then Toastmaster got done in 3 wishes. He must be a saint in his previous birth. Toastmaster Pooja, she has won $1 million to spend. Remember, you have a friend in CDTM who will take care of your all luggage. Don't worry. Yes, got the superpower of Marvel hero. Great. Bhavan, most embarrassing memory of childhood. I have many embarrassing memories of my childhood, and it was more embarrassing for my parents. Yes, Sudhanshu, power of experiencing spirit. Yeah, that's it. Good choice of topic. Great. Moving on to the next segment. This is going to be the most important segment of today's meeting. Not because it's related to evaluation, just because the evaluation is being done by DTM Deepak Menon. I would encourage and I would request everyone to take out a pen and paper because it's important. Whatever he's going to say, it's your Bible in CDTM. And Deepak Menon has something to say about when I asked him about his childhood memory, and I would like to say as it is as he wrote. There are many memories of my school days, and it's difficult to encapsulate in a sentence or two. To summarize, I believe that the Irish brother who taught us set the foundation for my future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Good evening, students. Good evening, sir. No, that's not how we used to do it in school. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Toastmasters. It's so wonderful to be back at Central Delhi Toastmasters after a hiatus of almost 2 months, I think, that I've been away.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Indeed, it's been a long time, and therefore I've been chuckling ever since I came into the room today. And my chuckles have grown over a period of time as I've been listening to all of you reminiscing about your school days. And I started thinking about my school days as well. So one of the most abiding memories that I have is when in one of our classes, I think it was the 7th or the 8th, half the class failed in a test, and that was physics. I've hated physics ever since. So half the class failed, and our headmaster was so annoyed, an Irish brother McGrath, he was so annoyed that he had us all line up outside his room, and he had a cane, and with that he was caning each one of the persons who had failed. And of course I was amongst that lot. Now we were all very, very creative young boys. This was a boys' school, Ritvik. And a lot of the guys were going in, getting to know that they've been caned, the boys have been caned, and they're coming back, rubbing their. So what they did was they started stuffing newspapers, finding sheets of paper, whatever they could find, and stuffing it behind their back. And of course, brother was quite worldly wise in the ways of the boys. And so the moment he saw what the boys had done, not only did he remove it, but he gave them extra caning because of their creativity. But in Toastmasters, my friends, creativity is rewarded. It's not punished. This is the place where we can try new things, different things, because Toastmasters is a laboratory of learning. And even if we fail, even if we fall, we will still stand tall, because that's what Toastmasters is. According to the Talmud, the bad teacher's words fall on his pupils like harsh rain. The good teacher as gently as dew. And in Toastmasters, we learn to give feedback as if it was due, because we are very supportive in the way we provide feedback. In this segment of evaluation, we're going to first hear from the individual speech evaluators as they come up and provide feedback to the speakers, the prepared speeches. And then we will be talking about the reports from the supplementary evaluators who have also been listening very carefully. And finally, I will be providing feedback to everybody, whoever come and spoken in this meeting, and overall feedback for what we observed through this meeting. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Wonderful. So let's begin with calling upon the first evaluator who evaluated that heartwarming speech by Kanav Puria. Let's welcome Toastmaster Navya.
General evaluator, and special good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Kanav. As the general evaluator said, that this is a place where you can be honest as much as you want, and you can deliver, actually speak your heart out at this place, at this stage. And this is only because of your own hard work and because of the audience we receive every Tuesday. And I would appreciate, take a minute and appreciate Toastmaster Kanav, because today what he delivered is something we never thought. If you know this person, if you remember him, when he came in this club 6 months back, the way he spoke, and today, the way he gave his speech today and got an applause from every single member present in the room. So this is commendable, and this is something really huge that has happened, Kanav, and I would congratulate you on that. Talking about the speech and commendations that I would say, so his objectives was clear throughout his speech, that he spoke about his personal life, his struggles throughout his life, and it was quite logical because he started his speech with his childhood traumas, and when he grew up, what problems he faced, and then related it with the club, the community, when he joined it here, and like the problems he's facing today. So that was clear. And talking about the comfort level. So when the speaker came on the stage, he was quite, we could see a little uncomfortable, but gradually, after a minute or so, he became this comfortable that by the end of the speech, he actually sang a song which is used, because you can only do this if you are extremely confident about yourself. And this has always been our purpose for joining this club. And talking about recommendations. So in today's speech, I would say I just had one recommendation that Toastmaster Kanav could improve, was his eye contact with the audience. Though he took reference from his notes and his notebook, so that is okay, but for his future speeches, I would say to be a little more prepared and not take reference from the notes. And this will also improve his eye contact with the audience. And yes, that's it. And at the end, I would just say that what I enjoyed the most
about his speech was the speaker's natural rhythm of humor, and which is something we also saw at the end how how like every single member in the club in the room was enjoyed by his speech. And that's it. Thank you. Back to the day.
Thank you, Navya, for wonderful evaluation. Let me now invite on the virtual stage Toastmaster Pooja, who will be presenting her evaluation on Toastmaster Rashmi Sikri's speech. Let's welcome Pooja.
Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like everyone to give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Rashmi for completing her level 3 project. I felt the speaker, I have been hearing Toastmaster Rashmi for a very long time, and she's only improving with every speech. I love listening to her personally. The speaker had a perfect stage setting, proper. So I really liked the way when the speaker started the conversation with a daughter-child role by utilizing the position and explaining the role very well. And also great body language used there. And as was the project of her speech to use descriptive languages, I felt the speaker throughout the speech was using proper descriptive languages like blooming flower, unelastic bhature, so hard and crunchy chole. It was very well explained, and I, in a way, started imagining chole bhature in my mind. Also, great vocabulary used overall, and I love the message that the speaker was trying to give when the speaker said, try emerging in color of your children. And I could so relate to this because, yes, with all of us, it happens in life that we try and see everything through our eyes, what looks good to us and what is right according to us. But that may not be always right, and there are different colors that we should experience, and that can only happen if you're open to ideas. So yes, change with changing times. Lovely speech, but obviously, as we know, there is always a scope of improvement. Just small recommendation. I think the speaker always uses the same tonal variety. So maybe the speaker can probably use some different variation in tone and make it a little more different and engaging. But otherwise, a great speech. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja, for a comprehensive evaluation for the speech that Rashmi delivered. It's now time for us to cast our ballot for the best evaluator. Please take the slip in front of you and decide who between Navya and Pooja were the best evaluators today. Are we done with the ballot? Let's hear now from our supplementary evaluator. We had as our timer today Toastmaster Raghav Duna. Raghav was debuting in this role. Yes. So good job, Raghav. And I'm looking forward to hear your report. Let's welcome Toastmaster Raghav.
So once again, very good evening to everyone. Good evening. So recently, I got a realization which I would like to share with you guys. That there is a thing that everyone has, and it comes for free, but we still take it for granted. Anyone get it? Okay, good one. So yeah, time is something that comes for free, obviously, but we can't buy it. Even you are Adani, or you are even Elon Musk, but still, we can't ignore that these guys are the master of time management. They are the one who they are today. Is one of the reasons is that they know how to manage their time well. So, Three minutes, 7 seconds, and Toastmaster Puja 2 minutes, 6 seconds. So that's all for my report. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Robert. I think he's a budding Adani, right? Remember us when you become the richest man in the world. Let's now welcome language evaluator Toastmaster Rajiv. And I know he's chuckling because nobody has burnt their bridges.
So today I heard each and everyone's speaker very carefully, and I must say I was expecting the word of the day to be used more frequently because it is something that is very regular in our daily life. That we chuckle, even if we get a message, if somebody is, even if we get a memory reflex, then we chuckle. So the word of the day, chuckle, was used 12 times, and idiom of the day 5 times. It is learning to business. So to start with, Arvind started the word of the day, chuckle, which set the tone. Moving on to the grammatical and suggestions for the improvement. Arvind, Toastmaster Arvind, you used a couple of Hindi words which you could have explained in English, like Meghavi student, school living brother, Hardega, brilliant students, and so on and so forth. If you want any detailed report, which I'll give you later. Coming back to our, icebreaker speech, which is Toastmaster Kanav, you did a great job. You need a lot of courage to come here, and you managed to do that. I don't want to go into detail again. 2-3 points that you have used a couple of times in the words which you can have translated into English for larger audience, like Zindagi ne mere saath comedy kiya. You could have easily said that life has not been fair so far for me, or things like you don't have a voice and I left. When your teacher said you don't have a voice and I left, you could have said like you are not capable of singing, so I left. So if you need more details, I will be happy to discuss this after this session. Coming to Toastmaster Rasmi Sigri, we used a couple of good uses of words, that is big and small, steady, trees around, calming and balming, and she was good with her expression shy. So she also tried to portray something for like giving an audience an impression that look, what her child was saying, she was inculcating in life, and how the audience was getting that benefited, like try to immerse yourself in the color of your children's choices. That was giving a very clear reflection that how the Toastmaster speaker was saying. So this is one. I will come to guest Neha was good. Arun, for you said one word that my recommendation is it. The God, he gives me the power of persuasion. You could have easily said, I wish God gives me the power of persuasion. Toastmaster Puja, when referring to traveling and she got $1 million, he said, go to all the places. Instead, people have been saying that I will be happy to visit all the places around the world. Guess, also perfect. Bhavan, Toastmaster was perfect, yes, Sadanan perfect. Of course, Toastmaster Deepak Nandan was perfect as well. Toastmaster Sakshi used couple of good words like school life is full of emotion. That really gives us an impression that okay, we are again back to our school days. Cherish the life, cherish for the lifetime. So this is something that because I have in fact filled 3 pages and I was wanting to give report, but like I have a time constraint and our president wanted me last night. Please finish that on the time. So I am doing that. Thank you, Dr. Rajiv, thank you for the very detailed report. It's all I'm going to say right now. But I will come back with more feedback. Let me now call upon Toastmaster Hriday for presenting his report at the outcome of this meeting. Again, I believe he's definitely in this role as the outcome. Is this the first time you are taking this role? Wonderful. All the best.
So everyone did well, and in my report, so Toastmaster Kanam did very well. Few of us and few of pauses. Toastmaster Navya did well on a few of us and no repetition and no pauses. Toastmaster Pooja did very well as well. Only one other and one pause. Toastmaster Rashmi followed by Toastmaster Pooja did exactly like her, only one pause and two repetitions. And Toastmaster Bhavan only 4 pauses, 2 repetitions and 1 pause and out. That's also my report. And
for Toastmaster Hriday, he had 8 hours, had a couple of souls. Let's now welcome the parliamentarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Fareed. And this is his first meeting as a member and also the first role that he's played in the meeting. Let's welcome him.
Online, they have not turned on the video, I think. So I don't know who is this, but I have not seen the name of that person. So this all things are well gone. So thank you.
Thank you for being the last monitor today. Let's now see whether we've been watching, hearing, listening carefully through this meeting. And it is going to be our listener, Anmol, who's going to be able to help us determine whether we've been paying attention. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anmol.
Now let's see if there's actually listening. We actually have kept our ears open. And yes, to whoever sort of gets the answer right, you guys get trophy, courtesy of everyone who is throwing this around, who was throwing around trophy to me, and I thought, you know what, I'll just use it. So the first question is, it's very simple. What was Toastmaster Arun's third wish? Make everyone happy. You said it first. I said. No problem. Also, disclaimer, I'm a really bad thrower, so I'm just gonna pass the trophy on. Okay. First one, right? But the next question is, what would guest Neha do if she would do anything that was legal for 12 years? What? Mention something. Mention some. Let's think. You know what? Everybody gets it off. Who does that song is around you? Take it from the table. Well, you got it right. Okay. What was the initial role which was given to Toastmaster Arvind when he was preparing for a school play?
You get it off, and you get it off. Pass it on, please.
A lot of sides of yourself. You can bring out the comedy of yourself, and you can also bring out the philosophy. Sometimes you don't get that done.
Good job. Anybody else wants to share? What do you know?
I would like to say that I have never done it impromptu. I've done like speakers and debates, but never impromptu. So I did good.
Yeah, good job. So I'm going to ask this question of the guest. How many of you who've come to this room today, to this meeting, want to join Central Delhi Toastmasters by a show of hands? Okay, wonderful. Welcome to CDTM. for the agenda, my time is over. So I should be leaving the stage. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, all I can say is thank you very much. It was a wonderful meeting. Thank you, Madam Vice President of Education, for being so generous. Well, friends, it's now time for us to cast our ballots for the best supplementary evaluators. So the supplementary evaluators today were our timer, Toastmaster Raghav, language evaluator, Toastmaster Rajiv, the R counter, Toastmaster Hriday, parliamentarian, Toastmaster Fareed, the listener, Toastmaster Anmol, and the joke master, Toastmaster Ritvik. While the votes are being has improved so much. I've seen her in a yeah. Good job, Pooja. Well done. Our president, Toastmaster Pradyuman, again has improved by leaps and bounds. He started his role as the president in July this year, and even a few months down the line, I see Toastmaster Pradyuman becoming so much more confident in that role as the president of Central Delhi Toastmasters. Very well done. I thought he had a good opening, inspiring speech, welcoming us all to Central Delhi Toastmasters and inspiring us and motivating us to continue as members. So very well done. I also like the fact that he always religiously has us do that 30-second silence at the beginning. So very well done. Congratulations, President Pradyuman. Our Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Arvind, had an excellent theme. I noticed how well prepared he was. Have you all noticed what he's got on the wall? So great job in setting up the room, making us feel as if we were back in school, and then be prepared to introduce every single person with their school memories. And he did it so diligently. I think he needs a big round of applause. What I also liked about what Arvind did was his transition. I thought he did that very well, and especially when Kanav had spoken, the transition that he had, I thought that was very heartwarming. Well done there. Just one suggestion. How would you connect the theme, school days, with this Toastmasters meeting? I thought the 3 segments could have been named, perhaps the prepared speeches could have been examination. The table topics could have been surprise test. And then, of course, evaluation could have been results, right? So those could be the 3 segments. Now it's connecting to the school days, right? So that's how I would have thought the theme could be connected. And I would recommend that every Toastmaster of the day who comes up has a theme, connects it to Toastmaster or to the meeting, so that this becomes seamless. So it's not that the Toastmaster of Day's theme is going in a different direction and the rest of the meeting is in a different direction. Let the 2 merge, converge. We then had our prepared speeches. Our prepared speakers have already received evaluation from the 2 individual speech evaluators. I thought both our speech evaluators today did a very good job with their feedback that they provided. They had obviously carefully observed the speeches and they were able to identify the good things that the speakers had done and provided very effective recommendations.
For Navya, I would have suggested that when she provided feedback to Kanav about how he could improve his eye contact, one of the ways, of course, by not using notes, he could improve his eye contact. The other is if he had lifted his book or his note and stood like this while reading them, he would have obviously had better eye contact. But nevertheless, I thought Navya did a good job with providing the feedback. Another thing that I felt that she could have done better was to talk about the specific objectives of Kanav's speech and how he was able to meet the objectives. With Pooja, I thought she did a very good job. She talked about what were the objectives of Rashmi's speech and how Rashmi was able to achieve the objectives using the vocabulary and the very vivid imagery that she had in her speech today. The only recommendation for Pooja is that I think she concluded too quickly. I believe that she had the opportunity of talking about some of the good things, the best things that she had noticed in Rashmi's speech when she concluded. So she spoke for about 2 minutes, 6 seconds. She had a lot of time available to have provided that feedback. But overall, both our evaluators did a tremendous job today. Let's congratulate both of them. Next up was the table topics master, Sakshi. I really enjoyed the very pleasant way in which she presented the table topics segment. I was able to see that little girl in elementary school slapping away all the boys in the class and enjoyed it thoroughly. I think she must have been a person everybody must have shied away from. Sakshi, don't come to me. Don't come near me. Very interesting way that she did this. And then she linked what she was talking about her school days with Toastmasters and the table topics. So I thought this connect was seamless. Very well done. I liked the topics that she had provided. I also like the fact that she was able to link the topics. She had good transitions as the speakers were coming up and then leaving the stage. The only recommendation that I have for Sakshi and for table topics masters in general is remind the table topic speakers that they have the opportunity to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Now, the word of the day has been placed at very strategic positions across the room, so everybody is able to see it. But a reminder that they should use the word of the day and the idiom of the day will help them make sure that they try to use the two. We had 6 speakers, guest Neha. She was a little bit of a slow starter. She thought she wanted time, but clearly she didn't need any time at all. She went full steam ahead. And there were so many things that she wanted to legalize. My God, if she actually got that 12 hours, this world would be very different. Good job, very well done. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Arun. God granted him 3 wishes. My only wish for what Arun did was, I wish he should have stayed on stage for a little longer. I wanted him to expand on those 3 wishes as to what were those 3 wishes about. Then we had Toastmaster Pooja. She was super excited by the $1 million that she got to spend, except that she ran out of steam. After having all done all the travel, I think she was a little exhausted by the travel. So she quickly closed at 1 minute and 1 second, just about making it to the green card. So I would have liked her to give us a little more explanation about the various places she would visit, the cuisine she would have, the places she would stay, the hotels and the resorts that she would stay in. And then she would have had more than 2 minutes to speak on. Our 4th speaker was guest Kaustav, picking up a Marvel character, Spider-Man, as the superpower that you would want to have. I quite liked the way he spoke. I enjoyed his speech about being able to commute in Delhi with that superpower. Good job there. He started off with his hands clasped at the back, and then he brought them forward, but he didn't know what to do with his hands. So, and that's a problem that a lot of Toastmasters also have. We don't know what to do with our hands. Just leave them on the side. If you don't want to do anything, don't clasp them, don't put your hands behind your back. Just leave them by your side, and they will automatically start being used for gestures. Our Toastmaster Bhavanand on the virtual stage talked about the embarrassing memory of childhood. I thought he misunderstood the topic because he was not talking about embarrassment. He was talking about regrets that he had of things that he did not do. Embarrassing things happen when we do things that we should not have done. That is embarrassing. Our sixth speaker was our guest Sudhanshu, Paths of Experiencing Outer World Spirits. Now that was a kind of a frightening topic for those who are afraid of ghosts and spirits. I thought he was going to turn off all the lights and then he would secretly whisper. But he didn't do that, thankfully, so he didn't scare anybody. Indeed, he was talking to ghosts, imagining that all of us sitting in this room were ghosts. Good job there, Sudhanshu. Very well done. Altogether, a good table topic segment, great speeches, very well done. We had our 6 supplementary evaluators. All of them had come prepared with the theme in mind. They were talking about the school days as they introduced their role. Some of them were able to connect the role with the theme and did it extremely well. For instance, our counter, he was talking about the silliness that he had when he did not finish his homework, but then he linked it to his role as the R counter. I would have liked our timer Raghav to do that as well, and so also Rajiv, to link the theme with the role in whatever manner that you wanted. Our parliamentarian did a very good job in speaking about his theme, his take on the theme, and then had a great report as well. Timer Raghav, the report was crisp. He clearly had listened very carefully, so good job there. Language evaluator, just a recommendation. While he had all his information there in the report that he provided, there needed to be more clarity as to what were the recommendations and what were the commendations. My suggestion for the language evaluator, when you present your report, start with the commendations, then go on to the recommendations, and then finally close with commendations. So when you start with recommendations, start with the use of the word of the day and the idiom of the day, how many people used it, etc. Then move on to, let's say, the commendations. Recommendations for everybody, not individual people. So, starting with, so Rashmi, this is things what I recommend for you, and these are things that I recommend for you. Then I go on to Kana, and this is what I recommend, this is what I recommend. So the things get all jumbled up. So have all the recommendations at one place for everybody, and then go on to the commendations at the end for everybody. That way, then there is a clear demarcation of what are commendations, what are recommendations. We had our R counter who had again listened very carefully and provided a great report. Well done, Toastmaster Hriday, for doing that good job. I did notice with no, that was again Raghav. Raghav has this habit of moving on the stage when he's speaking. So Raghav, try not to do the little dance on the stage, okay? But this is a one-step dance that you do. Try to stay still. And when you speak or when you're moving, then move with purpose. But do not shake on the stage, because then that's a little distracting. Our listener, I have seen Anmol become so much more confident, meeting after meeting after meeting. And today I thought he was at his absolute pinnacle in the way he first presented what he was going to be talking about, the role that he had, and then, of course, in presenting the questions that he had for us. I thought he did that very well. Clearly, he was paying great attention through the meeting, and he made sure that we were paying attention as well. So let's give him a big round of applause. And finally, our joke master, Ritvik, he asked me to specially evaluate this impromptu joke. I now realize why he waited till the end to present his joke, because he wanted to capture everything from the meeting and use it for his joke. It was not really a joke, it was like a prepared speech, an impromptu prepared speech that he presented while he was here. There were a little few funny moments, but I thought today Ritvik was in the mood to roast, because he started by first roasting Kanav, then he was roasting somebody else, and then he started roasting all of us in this meeting. That was what he was doing in particular. And roast can actually sometimes turn sour. So you've got to be very careful who you're roasting. If people don't understand the roast, then the roast goes above everybody's head. So try to ensure that when you're roasting, you tell people that you're going to be roasting, so that they are prepared to be roasted. Overall, this has been a very exciting, interesting, engaging meeting that I have been privileged to be the general evaluator for. All I want to say, finally, as I conclude, are the words of Jan Amos Comenius. He was a Czech pedagogue, and he's considered to be the father of modern education. And he said, 3 things give the student the possibility of surpassing his teacher. Ask a lot of questions, remember the answers, and then teach.
Thank you very much, evaluator, for that stupendous evaluation. I hope everyone write down their feedback, as I have also. Now, I would hand over the stage to the president. Sadhguru, please welcome on stage.
I humbly and duly apologize for the delay in today's meeting because of the technical glitch. Our teachers had taken our phones, due to which we had to take time to get them back and put on our Zoom. I would not take any more of your time. There are a few things in the concluding remarks that I would mention. Before going ahead, I would now like to launch the polls for the best role player. Was it our Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Arvind? Was it our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon? Or was it our table topic master, Toastmaster Sakshi? While the votes are being casted, I would like to call upon the virtual stage our election chair. We will be having elections for the post of Vice President Public Relations and Secretary in the upcoming meeting on 27th of September. Please let us welcome upon stage Toastmaster Samangi as the election chair.
Good evening, everyone. I, on behalf of the nomination committee, would like to tell you all that, as was announced in the last meeting, the positions for the role of Vice President Public Relations and Secretary are open. Whoever is elected will serve in this position till 31st December 2022. We have received nominations, and on behalf of the nomination committee, I would like to present the nomination slate. For the position of Vice President Public Relations, we have received nomination from Toastmaster Anmol Isar. For the position of Secretary, we have received nomination from Toastmaster Raghav Luna. In the next meeting, we will be having elections for these 2 roles. If anybody else is also interested in standing for these positions, they may do so in the next meeting on floor. You will be guided by the election master as to when you can stand up for the position. This is a good opportunity for anyone interested to understand how an executive committee works. And if you are interested in serving in the next executive committee, now is your chance to try out one of these roles if you'd like. Another important thing is that for this to be done, if there is only one candidate for the position, the acting secretary will cast a vote in their favor. And if there is more than one candidate for a position, then we will be having elections. And at that point, we would be needing the vote of every active member of the club. So I would like to request all the active members to be present on the next meeting and vote for your next Vice President, Public Relations, and Secretary. We will be sharing more details in later. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster Pradyum.
Thank you, Madam Election Chair. Before I conclude, before I move on, there's a disclaimer for the election. If any of the members want to stand up in the election, they may do so on the election day on the floor. Also, it is necessary for us to have a 50% quorum of active members on the day of the election. So it is recommended, it is insisted that everyone attends the meeting, the next meeting on the day of the election. Thank you. Moving on to the month-end awards. Now, before I go on to explain the month-end awards, this is trust me going to be quick. I'm trying my best. The first award we have is for the streamer of the month. The streamer of the month is given to the most active participation from a member towards the club PR activities. Do we have any guesses who does this award go to for the month of August?
Master Raghav.
It was indeed Toastmaster Raghav Luna. The next award we have is the Comrade of the Month. The Comrade of the Month is given to a member on the basis of regularity and membership growth. Who do you think is getting this award? Someone who has never won any position or award in CDTM. Yes, let us welcome on stage Toastmaster Pranav. The first of many. The nurture of the month is given to a member based on the role taking and performance in the role that they took. Who do you think got this award? The Toastmaster who got this award is not present with us here today. It was Toastmaster Malvika. The budding nurture is the same as the nurture award, but the word budding over here means that this particular award is given to a relatively new member. A new member who has taken roles and performed well in them. Who is the new member who won this award? Close. It's Toastmaster Aviraj. Next, we have out of the box nurturer. This award is given to someone who has showed creativity, who has showed uniqueness, who has showed innovation in the roles that they were given, and they performed them very well. Now, who won this award? Most awaited, it was Toastmaster. Last but not the least, the member of the month. The member of the month is given to a member on the basis of the compilation, accumulation of all the points that any member has gathered from these awards. Who do you think was the member of the month for the month of August? She gave us return gifts. Yes. to the winners of the meeting. Who do you think was the best speaker? Was it Toastmaster Kanav or was it Toastmaster Rashmi? Let us have Toastmaster Kanav on the stage. No, we still got the highest number of votes. Who do you think was the best evaluator for the day? Was it Toastmaster Navya or was it Toastmaster Pooja?
Navya.
It was indeed Toastmaster Navya. Who do you think was the best table topic speaker? Was it guest Neha, Toastmaster Arun, Toastmaster Pooja on the virtual stage, guest Kaustav, Toastmaster Bhavanand on the virtual stage, or was it guest Sudhanshu? Sudhanshu. By a difference of one vote, it was guest Neha. That one vote wasn't mine. Who do you think was the best auxiliary role player for the day? Was it our timer for the day, Toastmaster Raghav Luna? Was it our language validator, Toastmaster Rajiv? Our art counselor, Toastmaster Hidden? Parliamentarian, Toastmaster Farid? Or listener, Toastmaster Anmol? Or joke master, Toastmaster Ritik? Who do you think was the best auxiliary role player? I heard you. Oh, it was our language validator for the day, Toastmaster Rajiv.
Thank you. My first
Last but not the least, who do you think was the best role player? Was it Toastmaster Arvind, a general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, or was it our table topic master, Toastmaster Sakshi? It's a hat trick.
Give the hint.
It's a hat trick. Sakshi. It was Toastmaster Sakshi. Sorry for keeping the guest for so long. I understand your mics in your stomach must be running over here too. Before I conclude the meeting, I would like to bid a farewell. A farewell to one of our newest members, Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi is now moving to Germany to pursue her master's, and we would be missing her presence at YMCA conference hall. We have prepared something special for Toastmaster Sakshi, as she did for us. Can we have something special for Toastmaster Sakshi? Do not worry, guys. Your time has come. Finally, hunger is no more. Yes, Sakshi, could you please have a farewell celebration for you? Yes.
Every meeting somebody should be.
You've been the VP, I guess.
I don't know. Happy birthday.
All the best. All the best. All the best. Start your session, guys. Start Germany. Huge plan. If you slap the boys, you're going to be in the land of Hitler. Can we have a group picture, everyone?
Yes.
On the stage.